Welcome back to Afropulse, the voice that never whispers, the beat that never breaks. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because this channel doesn't chase noise, we chase the truth behind it. And today's story is a strange one. A story that loops through South Africa, lands in America, echoes across Twitter, and ends with Julius Malema doing absolutely nothing. Yes, nothing. While Donald Trump and Elon Musk, the two loudest billionaires on the planet, go to war over a chant that's been at the center of South African political debate for years, Julius Malema. He's just watching, not reacting, not responding, just vibing, really. And honestly, that's what makes this entire moment so iconic. Let's rewind. Trump and Musk, once united in their disdain for what they called radical African politics, have now turned on each other. Over what exactly? The same thing they once agreed on: their criticism of the controversial Kill the Boer chant, a chant Malema has shouted on podiums, defended in court, and refused to apologize for. But suddenly, this chant has become a new battlefield. Not in South Africa. In the US. In the minds of two powerful men trying to out-tweet, out-shout, and out-ego each other. And while this unexpected beef unfolds on the global stage, Julius Malema has said just 3 words. Not my problem. Those words say everything without saying anything. Because let's be honest, Malema has lived in controversy. He's been accused of inciting violence, radical land reform, populist politics. He's debated presidents, clashed with police, shaken parliament, and built a movement that millions follow. The man doesn't shy away from conflict. He breathes it. But this billionaire flame war? It's not worth his breath. And maybe that's the most powerful move of all. Because while Trump tries to reheat old South African controversies to feed his political machine, and Musk, who left the country decades ago, suddenly pretends to speak for its future, Malema knows better. He knows that neither of these men have ever truly understood the African experience. They use the chant not to uplift justice, but to score points, to provoke headlines, to stir outrage. But the chant they're fighting over isn't just a slogan. It's a symbol of pain, of history, of land, of blood. It represents centuries of dispossession, and a fire that still burns in the hearts of many South Africans. To Malema and his followers, it's not about violence, it's about memory. And memory, when shouted by the oppressed, always makes the powerful uncomfortable. So now, the same voices that once shouted down Malema are shouting at each other. And he's smiling. Quietly. Strategically. Because here's the thing: power loves chaos until it eats itself. Trump and Musk were once allies in their fear of African resistance. Now they're opponents in a petty ideological tug-of-war, and Malema knows that when the wolves fight each other, the shepherd just watches. Not my problem, he said. And he's right. This isn't about him. It's about what he represents. A voice that can't be ignored, a force that no longer plays by foreign rules. While billionaires argue over old videos and chants they don't even understand in full cultural context, the real fight, the one on the ground, is still happening. The land is still being claimed. The wealth is still being contested. The truth is still being told. So let them fight. Let Trump rage. Let Musk tweet. Malema doesn't need to clap back. The silence is louder than any insult they could throw. And that silence? It's strategy. It's patience. It's power. So what should we take from this moment? Maybe it's this: not every war deserves a warrior. Sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is not respond. Sometimes watching your critics collapse into each other is sweeter than any speech. And sometimes dignity doesn't shout, it just waits. This is Afropulse, and this is the pulse of a continent that's been talked about, argued over, and misrepresented for too long. But the voices are changing. And the silence, it speaks volumes now. If you felt this truth, hit that subscribe button and share this moment. Because what looks like nothing is actually everything. And what sounds like silence might just be history making noise in a new way. Stay awake. Stay grounded. Stay unapologetically African. This is Afropulse. And this pulse doesn't skip.